Hey guys, Joe here, and here I am to go over the top 5 most wanted Smash Ballot fighter picks that didn't quite make it in for one reason or another. Now, I know that these guys probably won't be added in the future, but it is nice to remember what could have been. Now, I am super hyped for Bayonetta, but let's see what else people were really hoping for to have the most. To know, I will be putting similar characters together, be it series or type of game or anything like that, so that I can include a little bit more picks, and also I won't be going over anybody that was in a previous installment, so keep that all in your mind. But with all that said, let's get this started. Let's start off this list with the mention of all the troll / very unlikely picks, and I know that most of these guys would never get in and are just picked for amusement, but it seems that these guys actually did get a huge amount of support by the people either trolling or wishfully hoping for them. Some of the most notable ones are Shrek, Corey in the House, Reckless Safety Notice Man, and then Goku. Now, I would say that I wouldn't hate it if Goku got in, as I feel like he did have a small sort of chance, but the rest are pretty easy to know that they have little to no chance. Still, even without any hope, many people voted for these guys and others like them, hoping for a big twist with the new fighter, or just playing out, trolling, and having some fun. Next, I want to mention BanjoKazooie. Now, as we all know, this guy had a very small chance, but his support was quite insane. Everybody remembers this guy and how great his games were, and I do agree in the fact that he would quite easily fit into the Smash Bros. Franchise. Now, the main problem, of course, was that Nintendo did not own Banjo anymore, Xbox does, and they're kind of competitors. There was a tweet from Microsoft saying some promising things about his chances in the game, but I guess in the end, this duo will never see the light of day in Super Smash Bros. My third choice is King Krule, as he was one of the candidates that quickly rose to the top voted and then stayed pretty high as far as what we can assume from the mini ballots and the Reddit ballots and the ballots on YouTube and those type of things. Krule would have been a great addition as another baddie in the Smash Bros. Franchise and another heavyweight, which can help even out the roster even more, but it seems like he couldn't quite make the cut. He was an extremely popular pick in Japan, so it kind of made me assume that his chances were a lot higher than a lot of the people popular in America. It kind of made me assume that he was probably going to get in, but I guess that really didn't help him in this case. He would have been a really great choice, and I feel like he must have been voted quite immensely in our community. As for the character I feel like was the runner-up for the most wanted, I'd have to go with Isaac from Golden Sun. Now, I don't know how many votes he got, but his decently sized fanbase seemed to create a ton of hype around this guy, and it kind of made me want him in the game. Isaac would have fit really well with his melee and range attacks, and overall could have been a nice addition to the roster. Could have been somewhat like Robin or in that little area. I know he does have a large vocal minority that does kind of make him stand out, but even with that in mind, I still felt like he did have a decent shot in coming in first, or at least somewhere nearby. Finally, I'm going with Shovel Knight and Shantae. Now, to me, these two were something like this as far as the ballot goes. Shantae was the Japanese indie choice, and Shovel Knight was the USA one. Both seemed like they had a quite high chance of actually getting in, and their hype was kind of over the top for the long time that the ballot actually was up. Shantae would have been a really cool melee and ranged fighter with a gun and a sword, while of course Shovel Knight would have just used a shovel in many different creative ways like he does use in his game, and he could have also used a lot of his power-ups. I always felt like Shovel Knight had a higher chance of getting in because his game was just so huge, and of course he did get an amiibo, but I feel like it could have went either way in the past. It would have been really interesting to see an indie game character on a Nintendo first party release in the way of Smash Brothers, but even though that didn't really happen, I feel like the Smash Ballot really strengthened these communities together and helped them improve as a whole. And there you have it, my top 5 Smash Ballot fighters that didn't make it into the cut, in my opinion, of course. Now, if you have a differing opinion on the matter, then make sure to tell me in the comment section below, and tell me who you would have really liked for the Smash Ballot, or who you voted for that didn't quite make it in. Now, I know a lot of people did want a lot of different fighters in the ballot, so Nintendo couldn't really make everyone happy, but I feel like Bayonetta as a choice was an okay one, and she will be a really unique fighter once she is released later on. With all that said, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.